In this video, we're going to let you know everything you need to know about visiting and camping at Long Point Provincial Park. Long Point Provincial Park is located on the northwest shore of Lake Erie near Port Rowan. It's part of a sandy spit of land called Long Point, and it's exactly as the name says. It's a long point that juts out into Lake Erie. It is the fourth oldest provincial park in Ontario, estimated around 1921, and it's located within a designated World Biosphere Reserve, which is really cool. Keep watching for all the details you need to know about visiting and camping at Long Point Provincial Park. Okay, we just pulled into Long Point Provincial Park. We are pulled over to the side, parked right now. We're gonna put a mask on and go check in. There's a little bit of a line, but not too bad. I think a lot of people probably came earlier in the day, which is nice. So I'll take you along with me just so you can see the check-in process. Long Point Provincial Park's check-in process is an in-person check-in. You can park your car along the left side of the area once you drive in and notice the check-in building. From there, you go up to the check-in building, make sure to keep 6 feet apart while waiting in line, and not your turn, just go up to the window. You'll need to provide the attendant with the site number that you're registered for, your name, and they will ask for any additional names of people who will be on the site. You'll also need to give them your license plate. Now, you can pre-register to speed up this process by going onto your Ontario Parks account, onto your reservation, and adding the additional names and license plate number, but you'll still have to get out and check in person when you arrive. Long Point Provincial Park has 4 campgrounds. The Cottonwood campground, which is actually found before the entrance of the park, is the old park campground. This is the radio-free campground and has both non-electric and electric campsites that are reservable. The new park area has the other 3 campgrounds: Turtle Dunes, Monarch's Rest, and Firefly. All of these campgrounds are also home to electrical and non-electrical campsites. On our drive into the park, we did notice that the Firefly campground is where most of the electrical campsites are found, and the sites are a lot more open. We personally were located in the Turtle Dunes campground at a non-electrical campsite, and our site was completely private.
Not bad.
I think we got a really good site.
Yeah, the site's great. Sandy. Look how much privacy there is.
Overall, Long Point Provincial Park has 256 campsites. So depending on what you're looking for, we have no doubt that you'll be able to find a site that meets your requirements. The washroom facilities are pretty standard. There's a male and female washroom, showers, and a nice addition that we saw was there is a shared rake at the washroom. So if you are in the Turtle Dunes area where your campsite is sand, you can actually use the rake to rake your campsite and then return it back to the washroom area. We do want to point out that for the 2021 season, the showers are open, which is a bit of a change from 2020 when they were closed. So there's 9 or 10 beaches here at Long Point Provincial Park. Our campsite is close to beach 9. You can see if you look down that way, some of the other inlets. You can walk along it, like they're not completely cut off, I guess depending on the tide and if you want to get wet. The sand here is actually super soft. Like, look at this. It's a little bit wet because it rained last night, but like this is really nice sand, I'll say that, and it's pretty clean too. As for the actual beach itself, I'm gonna test it out right now and see if it's sandy or rocky. It's full sand under there. Water is, I mean, it's the lake. Some days it's probably clear, some days it's probably not. And as for temperature, I mean, it's not too bad considering it's, for all of our American friends, it's probably really cold, but for us, it's actually a lot warmer than some of the water we have been in, so not too bad. So there is some walking trails in this park. We are surrounded by like marshy area and lake though, so there's a lot of tall grass. You'll see a lot of signs like this, just warning about ticks. So if you do plan on going through tall grass, you should be wearing long pants with your socks over top of them. Ticks generally tend to bite down by your ankles just because that's where they sit in the grass while you walk. The park and surrounding area is also excellent for fishing and boating, and it has one of the largest bird and waterfowl migration and staging areas in North America. You'll find lots of opportunity to spot animals and insects. Alrighty, we are on the way back home. We are going to do a quick recap though on Long Point Provincial Park. Andy's question whenever we visit a new park is, would you come back to this park? And our answer is yes, we would. Now initially when he asked me this after the first night, I said no, I would not, because the first night that we were there was this like mass bug infestation, and I thought it was like this all the time because it's like a marshy area, but I'm pretty sure, or Andy's pretty sure, that whatever those bugs were, they must have all just been hatching that night. And that's why shit was crazy, because last night and like throughout the day and all of today, there wasn't really that many bugs.
It's actually one of the provincial parks that had fewer bugs. It's lower on the bug count. So the first night was just very unfortunate.
So we would definitely return. The beaches are quite nice for Ontario beaches, a lot, like pretty sandy. There was a little bit of seaweed when we went back like later in the afternoon versus when we were there in the morning. But I mean, that's to be expected in the lake, so it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a good weekend.
I only got like 3 mosquito bites, and I'm pretty sure they were all from like not in that area, which is crazy. But then again, there were a lot of dragonflies, and dragonflies, if I remember correctly, they love mosquitoes. It's like a gourmet meal for them, so.
Anyway, that wraps up our first weekend of camping in 2021 after having, what was it, 5 cancellations?
Yeah, I think this is the 6th attempt.
6 attempts. 6 attempts at camping, and we finally made it. We'll be taking you guys with us next weekend when we go to Long Point Provincial Park, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, T and Andy out.